Have you ever wondered how a single land could give birth to ancient civilizations, golden ages of science, mighty empires, brutal invasions, spiritual revolutions, and one of the world's largest modern democracies, all in one continuous timeline? Well, today, we're traveling through over 9,000 years of Indian history in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Calm Curiosity Studios, where we explore the world with curiosity, calm storytelling, and a love for history. And welcome to another chapter of our Nations Through Time series, where we take one country and journey through its entire story from birth to modern day. Before we jump in, a quick little announcement. Calm Curiosity Studios is launching a brand new series called Nations Through Time. It's our space to slow down, grab a cup of chai or coffee, and gently walk through the histories of different countries, the stories, mysteries, and turning points that shape them. We just wrapped up Egypt, from ancient dynasties to modern shifts, and now we're moving into India, one of the most layered and fascinating civilizations on Earth. If you're someone who loves calm storytelling, deep dives without the overwhelm, and history that actually feels alive, then this series is honestly made for you. More countries are coming soon, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Now, let's begin. India, Nations Through Time. Before cities, before kingdoms, before written history, the earliest roots of India begin with prehistoric villages. Places like Mughal show farming communities growing wheat and barley, domesticating animals, and slowly forming organized settlements. This was the quiet beginning of a civilization that would one day reshape the world. These simple beginnings slowly evolved into something far greater. And that evolution leads us straight into one of humanity's earliest great civilizations. One of the world's very first great civilizations rises. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Planned cities with drainage systems, standardized bricks, complex trade networks, and a mysterious script we still haven't fully decoded. For nearly 1,000 years, the Indus Valley flourished. But like many ancient civilizations, it eventually declined. And into the cultural vacuum that followed, a new chapter emerged. Vedic period, 1500 to 500 BC. Around this time, Indo-Aryan groups entered the subcontinent. Sanskrit developed, the Vedas were composed, and early Hindu traditions formed. Powerful kingdoms known as Mahajanapadas emerged, paving the way for India's first great empire. Mauryan Empire, 322 to 185 BC. Founded by Chandragupta Maurya, unified with the help of master strategist Chanakya, this was a game-changing empire. But its most famous ruler? Ashoka the Great. After the devastating Kalinga War, Ashoka embraced Buddhism, spreading peace and moral philosophy from India all the way to Southeast Asia. His pillars and edicts still stand today. The Mauryan era set patterns of governance that would inspire India for centuries. Yet when it declined, India shifted once again, this time toward an era of culture and brilliance. Gupta Empire, the Golden Age, 320 to 550 CE. Under the Guptas, India entered a classical golden age. Math advanced with the concept of zero, astronomy flourished, medicine and literature reached new heights, and arts thrived. This was an age that shaped much of India's cultural identity, but like all golden ages, it eventually fragmented. And when unity faded, regional powers rose. Early medieval kingdoms, 600 to 1200 CE. After the Guptas, India wasn't one big empire, it became a land of powerful regional kingdoms. The Cholas ruled the seas with a massive navy. The Pallavas and Rajputs built iconic temples and fortresses. Trade spread across the Indian Ocean, linking India with Arabia, Africa, and Southeast Asia. These kingdoms kept India connected to global trade, even as new forces approached from the northwest. Delhi Sultanate, 1206 to 1526. A series of Muslim dynasties rose after invasions into North India. The Delhi Sultanate introduced Persian influences, new architecture, new languages, and the beginnings of Indo-Islamic culture. It transformed northern India and set the stage for one of the most iconic empires in world history. This fusion of Indian and Islamic traditions transformed society. and prepared the ground for one of the most iconic empires in world history. Mughal Empire, 1526 to 1857. Founded by Babur, expanded by Akbar, beautified under Shah Jahan, and pushed to extremes under Aurangzeb, the Mughals left behind a legacy that still shapes India today. The Taj Mahal, miniature paintings, grand forts, rich music, poetry, and administrative reforms. This empire blended Persian, Indian, and Central Asian cultures into something entirely unique. The Mughal era left deep marks on art, architecture, language, and identity. But as the empire declined, new powers were waiting to step in. British era, 1757 to 1858. The British East India Company slowly took control after the Battle of Plassey. India became a major economic source for the British, but exploitation, taxes, and famines hit the population hard. In 1857, a massive rebellion shook the subcontinent, but after it failed, the British Crown took direct control, beginning the British Raj. And with that, India entered a new chapter, one of struggle and transformation. British Raj 1858 to 1947. Railways and administration expanded, but the push for independence grew even faster. Movements led by leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, Bhagat Singh, and many more sparked a national awakening. After decades of struggle, the world witnessed dramatic change. Independence and partition, 1947. On August 15, 1947, India became independent. But the joy was shadowed by partition, creating India and Pakistan, leading to one of the largest migrations and humanitarian crises in history. Despite these challenges, new nations emerged with renewed hope. Modern India, 1950, present. India adopted its constitution in 1950, becoming a republic. Through wars, challenges, reforms, and massive growth, India transformed into one of the world's largest democracies. The economic reforms of 1991 opened the country to global markets, and today, India is a major technology hub and growing world power with one of the youngest populations on Earth. Today, India stands as a rising power, carrying thousands of years of history into the future. And that was India, from prehistoric settlements to a modern global giant, all in one timeline. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to check out the first episode in this series, our full timeline of ancient Egypt, which is already on the channel. This series is just getting started. More countries, more history, and more storytelling are coming very soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support Calm Curiosities Studios and stay updated on every new episode of Nations Through Time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next country.